Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to permanently restore exterior plastics. Everybody hates that faded, ugly, grayish exterior plastic on cars. Almost right after you buy a brand new vehicle, the plastic starts fading and looking shadowy and gray and just an ugly color. Plastic should be a deep, rich, dark black color, and I'm gonna show you how to get that right back to the factory look. So let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so we're gonna be restoring this plastic on the front bumper of my detail van. This is a great example of what faded plastic looks like. This is about as faded as it gets, so we're going to restore that. Before I go over what products I'm going to be using, I'm gonna give a shout out to my sponsor, Jobber. I partnered up with Jobber. It's a business management platform, and I'm going to share all about it with you guys in a brief intermission. In this video, I'm gonna start explaining how to use Jobber, guys. I wanna show you guys how Jobber doubled my income in the first few months of using Jobber. So later on in the video, I'll share that with you guys, but let's get started on restoring this plastic. So this is a product that nobody talks about. It's called Solution Finish, and let me show you the type of results that this product gives. Here's a faded bumper. Let me show you the rear of this van. So before the start of this video, I restored the rear bumper, which looked pretty terrible. And this is a finished product. The product will last many months, up to years. And it's made of like a black dye. And it is very easy to work with. And here is a finished product, you guys. It looks phenomenal. So that gives you guys a pretty good idea of how this product works and how it performs, and it lasts for a really long time, up to 2 years, you guys. So an important step for prepping the bumper is you want to get some rubbing alcohol and a rag and go over the whole bumper and really give it a good clean to prep the bumper for the solution finish. You really want to get all the contaminants out so the thing bonds really well. So after you get that, you can get like a little microfiber applicator, like one of the ones you would use for ceramic coating. You can pick them up on Amazon or any detail shop. And it's pretty simple. You basically apply the solution finish to the pad and then you spread it out. And then after you let it dwell for like 1 to 2 minutes, you basically just buff off the excess and that's it. And then it cures over like the next 24 to 48 hours. But let me show you guys, you only need a really small amount. And with this product, you can actually make a lot of money. This bottle, I think, cost me around $30, and I can probably do maybe 30 cars with that, and you can charge a good amount of money to do this service. I've heard guys charging as much as $500 to restore plastics on cars, kind of the similar charge you would charge to do a permanent odor removal. Well, here you're doing a permanent plastic restoration. Well, semi-permanent. It's not gonna last forever, but it's way better than anything else. Okay guys, just a brief moment for our sponsor Jobber, and we will get right back to the video. And here I'm going to take you through a virtual tour of the Jobber homepage. This is a test page of a profile that I've created to take you guys on a virtual tour. So let's begin. In this section here is the request section, and this is how a potential client can request information from you as a company of your services, and they can request a detailed explanation of what type of work they want so you can give them a better quote. And here you can see, and this is a quote section, and you can start filling out a form so you can submit a quote for your client. And it's just very detailed, guys. Here's a section where you can create a job. So you go in and you create a job for Matt Calla there. And there's just all kinds of details that you can create in that section. And next I'm going to click on one of these test clients and create a new invoice and show you what that looks like. Some of these invoices and services you can have preset. So as you're going through the website, you're going to notice all the settings and different details that you can set.
And it's just like anything else. It just takes a little bit of trial and error, and eventually you will learn all of these services. This website is very, very user friendly. It's super easy to use. It almost reminds me of like an Instagram quality website. It's just very flawless. Here you can see I'm adding team members to the schedule, and you can set them in for your job and add different team members. And as you add the team members, they will get an automatic email that you have added them to a job. So you can add your team members as users. You can invite them so they can be a user of Jobber and access different things. They could have different control depending on what level of authority you allow them to access the platform. But here is some history of a quote for Jerry Flynn, some stuff that we did back then. And here's a section for expenses. I mean, it just goes on and on, guys. This is a virtual tour. I want to show you guys everything. This is an app marketplace, so you can basically link apps to Jobber. So apps that you use every day in your business, you can link it so it's just intuitive that it works with Jobber. Here is the Jobber community page. So it's a community where different people are posting, commenting, liking, discussing the Jobber business management platform. And this Jobber goes very long. It has a long reach with different services, different industries. So there's a lot of people using Jobber, guys, and more detailers are beginning to use Jobber. That's one of the things that we discussed when I partnered with Jobber, is they're interested in reaching out to some detailers. They've been big in the lawn care industry. Here's the AI receptionist, and there's all kinds of settings to have an AI assist you with your calls. There's even marketing. I mean, it just goes on and on, guys. There's literally something for everything. There, you can connect your Google profile so it'll notify your customers to leave you a review, and that way you get more reviews, and it's just all automated. It's just super easy to use. It's a must, guys, in order to scale up your business, in order to make more money, in order to impress your customers, give them a better experience. You gotta have some sort of business management software like this. Here's an activity feed. Up here in the top right corner, it just shows all the stuff you're doing. There's a little section up here in the top right where it has the gear settings, the alerts. On the top right, you can see there's messaging, there's a search bar. Here's a section for campaigns, so you can be running ads. There's another, this is the client hub here. So this is an intuitive, detailed section as well. You can see on the left-hand side here that there's just a ton of settings and different details for your business. I mean, guys, you can just track your performance here. You can keep track of all the statistics for your business. And here's another cool thing about Jobber, is they assist you with making a website. So I hope you guys enjoyed this virtual tour of Jobber. I'll be sure to answer any questions you have in the comments, but for now, let's get right back to the video.
This bumper used to be ceramic coated, and it did not last that long at all. I wasn't impressed with doing ceramic coating on plastic, although it was recommended. Probably in the time that it takes to do this entire bumper, or maybe half, you would then want to buff off the other side. But I think I could probably just do the whole thing and then buff it off. Okay guys, so I took out the iPhone so I can get a different view. The iPhone has 4K. As some of you know, I do all of my filming with a GoPro, but every now and then I'll take out my iPhone Pro Max and I'll get a different vantage point, because it just gets a little bit of a higher definition, higher quality video. So if you can kind of see, it's looking a little glossy. And here is the rag that I buffed off the back bumper when I applied it earlier. And basically that's what it's gonna look like. And after I buffed off the back bumper, I tried to buff it with another corner and it was already off, so it didn't even stain it at all. But this stuff definitely will stain you, so wear black clothes. But yeah, let's stay away from this black one and go to a new corner. And there we go. And just buff it off. Buff it to a matte finish. And there you go, you see that corner there. So let me flip it over and see if there's still some left. And you see it's all gone. And that's pretty much the finish you're looking for. So I did the whole bumper, and I probably could have took a little brush and got in these grooves, or took the applicator and really detailed it, but I just did the large areas so far. Let's flip this. This product is really easy to work with, you guys. So this plastic is still faded. You can see the grayish, whitish color there. And then this one has just been restored. So you can see in the difference of that. Looks really nice, you guys. And this is the new look of my van. Just a little bit of advertising, nothing too crazy. I just waxed the van. It's looking really nice. Got the phone number in the back and the Instagram there, and that's pretty much all I need. And you'll see there's all kinds of little trim around here, here. You're gonna want to detail all those. It's a little more time consuming. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video all the way to the end. If you like to support this channel, just give it a like and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And I will leave a link to the solution finish in the description. I'll leave a link to the large bottle, which is this one, and I'll leave a link to the smaller bottle as well. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.